Welcome to the shit show.
Tom. It's All Elite Wrap-Up. It's Wednesday night. We typically almost exclusively do this on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
I asked you if you could do the show I think, essentially this morning when you woke up. You probably saw the text from me overnight. Like, can you do it? And you're like, sure. And then the event my wife wanted to go to, I think, is actually sold out. So maybe we could have done it, but we'd already announced it.
What event?
What we were going to go see Rick Steves is speaking. Rick Steves, the travel guy with all the... you know who that is? Yeah, he's like big travel guy, writes a bunch of books and blogs and all of that. Like, Rick Steves, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, American travel writer.
Rick Steves, yeah.
Oh, this guy?
That guy, yeah. We've used his stuff on some of our travels, and it's great stuff. Great stuff.
All right.
You'll like Rick
I'm
Steves.
glad. Well, yeah, I don't like
Trust
the look of him.
Yep. Trust me.
Yeah.
You might. Also,
like
solid stand-up guy for the underserved populations. We'll say that as well. So,
well, good.
You like Rick Steves? Is what I'm telling you. You like Rick Steves. You can trust me.
All right. Yeah, good. I'll just not look at him.
Yeah, you should not judge a book by its cover on this.
Yeah, because this book is a pedophile. That's what it looked like to me. But maybe he's a great guy,
I mean, look, I don't know his every activity, but I know he writes a mean travel guide.
Well, good. Good. He's coming to Kansas City.
Mean travel guide, yeah.
A ton is going on in Kansas City. We got news happening all over the place. If this was back in the day of the Tim and Tom, we'd be running off to the races talking about
this would take a whole hour.
Yeah, we got a new stadium going to the Crown Center area. We got Hallmark and the Royals partnering together, which really, are they partnering? Probably not. Probably just taking our money.
Yeah, but I love how they were like, you better give us all this extra money or we're going to leave. And the city was like, no. And they were like, we're going to leave. And we were like, I mean, don't. And they were like, yeah, actually, we're not. We're gonna partner with this company over here that already is named everything after anyway. So, we'll just keep getting money from them.
Well, here's the thing. So I work with a lot of people that are not from Kansas City, across the country, and then also overseas, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
One thing that shocked the entire team is that they did not know that Hallmark was headquartered in Kansas City.
I don't think so many of them
were like, they're like, why would Hallmark and the Royals? And I was like, well,
a primary reason all of that Crown-based stuff is that Hallmark was a major institution in the city. Yeah.
Well, if you recall watching the PR video from the Royals, it was a Hallmark employee who drew the Royals initial logo, not the KC that you have on your hat, but the Crown Royal logo. But so we got that going on. The Chiefs are picking tomorrow, the 9th pick overall, and then the 29th pick. Oh, I am not wearing the Jeff Jarrett shirt. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I am wearing the Timeless Love Bombs. Look at that. And also, I got the AEW crate. This came with it. 0 forks given. It's a John Moxley fork to take to someone's fucking head.
Bring that to the next show.
I will. If he comes up to me, I'm like, what's up, motherfucker? And he's like, I got 4. Like, shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got a fork. I got this. I got a cool Kyle Fletcher shirt that's also pink. I look good in pink. I mean, I look good in everything, but I look good in pink. And so excited. Yeah, Timeless Love Bombs. I miss Tony Storm.
Sure. I like it. Yeah, I do too. I am excited for when you get to wear the Jeff Jarrett shirt. For anybody who's not accustomed, when we make picks, so when we come up for, what is it again? It's a Double or Nothing is coming up in May. Mm-hmm. When we make picks on that episode, Tom will be forced to wear his favorite Jeff Jarrett shirt. His favorite wrestler, Jeff Jarrett. It'll be on his shirt that he's wearing.
You're connected to him on LinkedIn, all right? So if there's any evidence of whose favorite it is,
he's a swindler. He goes after people he knows are ballers, got money. You know what I mean? Like, that's what.
Or marks.
Or so he thinks.
Oh.
Maybe he's trying to get to you through me.
Well, then you're just not a good friend.
I mean, nobody ever said that. You met anybody who said I was a good friend?
That's true. That is true. That is true. So that's good to know. But we got a lot to talk about.
Oh, by the way, I'm wearing a Brody King Abolish Ice shirt.
Well, I mean, it's more than
Anyway, go ahead.
It's more than Brody King. It comes from Brody King in style, but it's for everyone. Everyone should say fuck ice. But I love that shirt. I love the message behind it because hate has no place in this society. And if it does, you're the fucking wrong person. But let's talk about... There you go. Let's talk about Dynamite because we got some Brody King a couple times.
Everybody should chime in, though. If you're watching live with us, chime in the chat. We want to talk to you. You're our friends. You could have also emailed the show. It's too late now. aewrapup@gmail.com. It's not too late for next week, but you should have done that. aewrapup@gmail.com. Send us an email. We'll read that or play it here. But you can chat along with us. Chat with us.
Yeah. Yeah, and we got a lot to talk about. Maybe the best match of the year. I know it's April, but could be the match of the year. We got that to talk about, but let's kick it off at the start, and we'll do it in chronological order. So we kick off AEW Dynamite in Portland, Oregon, and we start with a highlight package of Darby Allin beating MJF last week for the men's heavyweight championship. Thought the package was really cool. Kind of showed Darby starting out and kind of his journey to get to where he got and then winning the title. And isn't this a great moment? Well, for everyone but one, because MJF walks out and he's pissed. He doesn't like it. Give me my title back. This is bullshit. This is stupid. Stupid. All the things. He's been unfairly treated by Tony Khan and Renee and the referee, all this stuff. And he's like,
that's
Darby.
Skank Aubrey, he said, fast count.
Yep. And then he goes, Darby, get your bitch ass out here. And he doesn't because Kevin Knight walks out. And Kevin Knight cuts I will say this. The promo wasn't bad, but it definitely felt like Kevin Knight knew that this was the first time cutting a promo in a main event kind of aspect.
Yeah. So I will say this: we he hit a couple promos in the last couple of weeks, and we've been like, it needs some work. This felt better, right? Like he feels a little more comfortable in spots. I think as this one settled in,
he got way better as it went. Yeah, definitely. But MJF being MJF wasn't going to let him off the hook. And so he was just like, old Shakespeare over here, old Billy Shakes. And he's like, let me get this straight. You said this and this and this and this. And he's like, yeah.
I'll say this, though. He didn't torch him. He didn't, bury him and give him no chance here, right? He didn't
Brian Pillman Jr. Yeah. Remember when he went after Brian Pillman Jr. and just ended that guy's career? Yeah. I haven't seen him since.
No, I haven't either.
Whatever happened to that guy.
Heard he grew some weird facial hair like Joe Dirt and fucking...
Oh, that'll get you over.
Yeah, that'll. Yep. Yep.
He probably also came up with the varsity
shit like that.
Yeah. Then he was obviously the one that came up with the varsity blondes. Hey, wouldn't it be cool if we just acted like we were still in school? Anyhow, I digress. So we get some back and forth from MJF and Kevin Knight.
Gimmick. All right.
Yeah. But here was an interesting turn. So Kevin Knight's like, I'm the new TNT champ. And MJF is like, that's a fun title. You're a workhorse. That's so neat. Yeah. And Kevin Knight turns it on his head and he's like, well, it is a workhorse title. That's why you've never held it. And he was like, oh, you don't say.
Yeah.
And so back and forth. Eventually we go next week, Kevin Knight, MJF, on AEW Dynamite for the championship. Early prediction. What's your gut say going into that?
So if we would have if we would have rang the bell and got the match, I would have said MJF's going to win this and we're going to make it a thing. And Kevin Knight's going to be like, oh, fuck. And then maybe Mike Bailey fucking makes fun of him and, we get that, thing, whatever. That tracks. Having a week really throws a lot into doubt for me, right? I mean, obviously you go, MJF's got a lot of time to prepare on how he can fuck over Kevin Knight, but also Kevin Knight's got a lot of time to know, how to prepare for this shiesty asshole, right? And he's got his maybe Mike Bailey to help, maybe Mike Bailey doesn't help. So Hey, look, it's a title MJF has not held. It's a way to keep him away from the world title for a while, to hold another title. But I thought he was going away. So it all that's that behind the scenes stuff that we don't know. And so if I don't know it, and I'm assuming he's here, I'd say maybe he beats Kevin Knight. I know we're wanting to push Kevin Knight. He's on a hot streak, but I feel like we can tell stories with Kevin Knight and keep that going without it being champion Kevin Knight.
Because could we do old Maxi 2 belts, and then Max wins the TNT championship, and then he goes and beats Darby Allin for the men's world championship, and now he's got 2 belts.
It would be hilarious. I mean, even if he did 2 belts, even if it wasn't the world, but the second one was Kevin Knight, and then he's standing over just laughing at Kevin Knight. He's like, "Oh, look, you wanted to be Jet 2 belts. Oh, but you're not. It's Max 2 belts. Big Hebrew, right?" Yeah.
I feel like regardless of what happens in the match, this is the start of something with Kevin Knight. Either Kevin Knight retains, Shoeless Mike Bailey gets jealous, or he loses, Shoeless Mike Bailey looks at him kind of sideways. I still think, because we did these random Swerve Strickland gives him the pat on the shoulder. Swerve is working his way back with Kevin Knight in some form or fashion.
One of MJF's digs, and maybe arguably the best line, was when he's running down, one of the reasons Kevin Knight sucks was, you think it's socially acceptable to be friends with Mike Bailey.
Yeah. I mean,
that's another line that I can't wait to use on somebody. You think it's socially acceptable to be fill in the blank, right? It's going to be great.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got that. And again, we were going to do the match, but MJF rolled out, said we're doing it next week. That's the end of the segment. And here we go. Then we go backstage, and the Demand, they're being interviewed. And the soup fork of AEW, Chris Jericho, walks out.
Wow.
And he thought, hey, it was funny when I was... It's the cadence of comedian Kevin Nealon. If you've ever seen Kevin Nealon, he's just ripping that off.
And poorly.
Yes, it's not good because he doesn't have the same inflection. So
but
it's not working. I'll
say this. Even Kevin Nealon wore it too hard and fast at a point, and it was overkill, and it's probably why you don't see much more of Kevin Nealon.
Yeah. He's very, very funny, but yes, it's in doses.
Yes.
So we get this thing where the Demand, essentially it's Ricochet, not the Demand, but Ricochet is saying to Chris Jericho, hey, we just beat your ass and da-da-da. And then Chris Jericho's made it into a t-shirt that you can get. Don't want it. And then the Demand is hey, let's just do a 6-man tag. It's the 3 of us versus you and 2 people who you can even find to be friends and no one likes you. Aren't you a fucking idiot? And then Jericho throws it back in his face. He's like, well, I don't need anyone to like me. I just need 2 people to hate you. And then he goes off. Now, if you follow us on the Blue Sky, I'm just going to humbly say, called it. You can timestamp it. I even quoted it and said, this aged well. Called it. It was plain as day. If the Demand is playing the numbers game against one person, who's going to be there to help? The Hurt Syndicate, because they hate them.
Aren't they out there looking for new folks? The Hurt Syndicate, aren't they?
Yeah, I think this is more just a one-off. I think this is more of it's a way for Jericho to get a win, but also it's not really him that looks great. It's probably a Lashley that, body slams everyone, and then there you go.
Well, we could spin it off if we went to do a tag team battle between the 2 tag teams for a short for the pay-per-view or something.
Which, by the way, is this the oldest tag team in AEW history? Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, Chris Jericho?
Yeah, 100%.
The only one I could think that maybe would be older would be Copeland, Sting, and Darby, but Darby's pretty young, This might be the oldest team ever. Good for them. Anyhow, that's what we got. Then we get our first match of the night, and it's with one of our favorites, Brody King, versus one of our least favorites, Lio Rush.
Portland was hot tonight, by the way.
Love Portland.
Yeah, Portland was on fire. You know, we also got the fuck ice chants.
Hell yeah.
What I particularly loved about it was like everybody was just, fuck you, Lio Rush, whatever, right? Like, don't care. We see Brody chanting. Don't give a shit about your little goblin gimmick. Look, we clipped portion of last week's show. People don't like that. We don't like it, I guess. But like, we don't like it. It's weird.
Oh no, we don't pray at the altar of everything that we see is great. Hey, AEW did it, so it has to be great. Obviously, no, we can dislike it.
I just think it's weird, and I don't like it.
It's weird on so many levels, because I even said this one post on Blue Sky, and someone came back with like a smart ass response, which was good. But one other thing that doesn't work for me with this gimmick is Lio Rush is crazy, and he is talking to people when he should be wrestling, and he's just so off into, this other dimension. But he knows to change into his wrestling gear. Like, he's not that far off that he doesn't remember his knee pads.
At least with Raven's flock, they were wearing their fucking homeless clothes.
They were just hanging out. Yeah, they're just in their,
they were in their heroin pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah, whatever. Right.
So here's the thing. All right. So here's something that all right. If you told me this was happening, but I don't think this is happening. Lio Rush is going crazy. He's suddenly crazy. We don't know why. I wish we would act a little more about questioning that. I'd be like, why the fuck is he weird all of a sudden? But he keeps referring to this. He says this. He said that. He blah, 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 blah. We don't know who the fuck this guy's talking about. Maybe if somebody else was also going weird, being something, you know what I mean? Just odd character, also referring to he. And then we had like somebody with a cool, weird, supernatural gimmick that was going to lead this cast of freaks, and Lio Rush was just a guy in the group. All right. But I don't know that we're getting that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see any evidence of anything other than that. So, at least back to kind of what you were saying. Well, who's the he? I don't want this to be like the fucking anonymous GM. And like that's what I get the feel. That's why I think this is weird, because I don't think we're ever going to find out who the he is that he's talking about in the fucking corner, right? Like,
or it's just going to be Action and Andretti, and then they're going to do a feud, and it's going to be like, who the fuck cares about that?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. And also, how spooky hard is it? Like, Brody King came in and fucking mud stomped this guy. So, like,
everyone has. Well, that's the other thing too, is everyone has. Because last week when we were talking about him, he got his ass kicked in that match too. And so it's like, he's not even doing well. So like, he's again, kayfabe, he sucks. Right, I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
So he sucks.
Yeah, it might be a great guy in his real life. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But he sucks. No one likes him, right? Because no one's helping him either, right? That's the other thing too. Because again,
so you're not saying fans, no one like. You're saying there's no in watching the screen. He's got no friends.
Yeah, there's no one saying, "Hey, man, I see you talking to yourself. Do you need to talk to me? Like, I can be here to help." Yeah. Nope, we don't give a fuck.
HR's not stepping in here.
Yep. Tony Khan says, "Keep rolling that weird ass motherfucker out there."
We've never seen in wrestling is like a persistent HR department. You
know
what I mean? Like,
well, we kind of saw, like, we've seen kind of versions of that. What I always think back to is actually Don Callis when he was known as Cyrus the Virus, and he represented the TNN network on ECW. But yeah, we haven't had like someone where like
people having like wellness check-ins.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Tonight could have used that. So let's talk about this match, and I'll put a pin in that, because there's another thing where HR and wellness could have been in effect. That wasn't, and it was stupid. But in this match, Brody King just dog walks Lio Rush, and then afterwards says, "I don't care who wins the main event tonight.
Yeah.
I got the next shot." Now, I will say this. It looked to be maybe an arm injury with Brody King. It looked like he did something, tweaked it. And again, he came out later the night and wasn't in a sling or anything, so maybe he's all good. But I was nervous that I was like, ooh, that doesn't look great, but he's a tough guy. So we'll see what happens. We'll talk about him in a little bit. We keep it moving, and we talked to Tommaso Ciampa again before his main event match tonight. And he says, his entire life he was told he wasn't, He wasn't this, he wasn't this, and he's going to get the biggest prize. And he's going to win the game tonight. And,
so let me say this.
He's cool. No, he's fine.
I stopped watching the Tommaso Ciampa thing right about when he first did that I'm sitting in the chair promo, and everybody was like, hot damn. Tommaso Ciampa, I mean, this probably might have been 10 years ago now, was like, fuck, this guy's awesome. And I think I can maybe count on two hands the amount of times I recall since that time, like seeing something from Ciampa, right? Because I don't really watch WWE. Now he's here. But I feel like he keeps trying to play the hits with the sitting in the chair promo. Am I wrong for misreading that? It's always the like, I'm sitting here now doing this. And it's like, I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if that's right.
Well, yeah, he's doing the grizzled old veteran thing, but kind of like we talked about last week, his veins are popping off of every muscle that he has in his body. So it's also like, it's kind of aesthetically weird to see this, the neighbor from Home Alone with the beard and the face that's like 75, but the body of like a 25-year-old
body of what like the Simpsons would draw for Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But he's also, and again, this isn't trying to body shame. It's just aesthetically what you see. He's also not big. Like he is not a bit like he's not Pac, right? When Pac was on the juice, Pac was a small guy, but like every muscle was the biggest in the fucking company.
Yeah, no.
It's not that. So it's also a little weird because it's like, I don't know. Are you that fucking scary? I could throw you and you're old.
He's very toned.
Yes, right, there you go. That's
very
better.
toned.
Yeah. Toned. Yes.
But yeah, it didn't go through bulking season.
Right. Speaking of another toned individual, we keep it moving with another promo, and this one is from Adam Copeland. And Adam Copeland says a lot of, gas bagging. And essentially it comes down to this. If FTR beats Cage and Copeland in a New York street fight, Cage and Copeland will never tag again. Not that they'll retire, just they'll retire as a team.
Cage and Cope never again tag teaming, which what do you think?
Here's the thing, though.
What's your immediate thoughts here?
Well, here's one thing that I don't think people realize. They were not a tag team for that long. They weren't this like long running tag. They were a tag team for like 3 years, 4 years. Right. And again, it wasn't that long.
Yeah, they may have, over collective time added a few more years over the
here
decades onto that. Yeah. But like the single run that we all are like, oh my God, they were one of the best of all time. Was
like 97 to 2000.
3 years, 30 years ago, right? Like it was 10% of history now for you. Yeah.
Well, and also not to, put a turd in the punch bowl here, but we've also talked about how there's one guy in this team that's killing it. And there's another guy in this team that's playing the hits. And Christian might be like, let's lose. I liked what I was doing.
Listen, I would not advocate for a whole lot on paper of saying, let's give it to a guy like Christian Cage and let him be the world champion right now. But if Christian Cage found his way to the world title right now, it would be entertaining and I would not hate it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My hope. So it feels like we're going to have Christian and Copeland win this because I think we still want to do the Young Bucks versus Cage and Copeland, right? Like that's still one thing that they're wanting to do. And again, that's fine. It might be great. But
do we get the triple threat? Do we get them with FTR somehow?
I hope not. I hope we keep them out
TLC,
just for a
like
moment.
You said, we get the CLT.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Most likely that is, but I'm hoping it's just a tag match. But all that's to say, if Cage and Christian win this match, or Copeland and Christians, excuse me, I need Adam Copeland to turn it up. I don't want any more grizzled grit veteran. Yeah, fuck off, man. Because you know what he sounds like? And it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but we already have the role filled. He sounds like the guy we just previously talked about, Tommaso Ciampa. I don't fucking want to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been doing this forever. Fucking cool.
I got
brother.
a family. And I know I don't want to. So here's the thing, even like you can still reference that, right? But it's just got to be like, you talk about your hot wife then, right? Like you don't talk about like, I do it for my family and shit, right? Like you don't like, you don't have to hide that you're this guy, right? But you just got to be braggadocious, sarcastic, and flippant, right? Like we got to get a little more sauce, right? Still let Christian be the fucking asshole. Like everything they're doing with him is still great. A like
the best.
He doesn't give a fuck about what you're doing. He's doing ew. Like I'm gonna keep doing what I do. Yeah.
Well, the aspect that I would do, again, if someone asked me how to write it because of what I'm asking for, I wouldn't have Copeland be rated R superstar like he was with Lita, where it was like, I'm banging Matt Hardy's girl. Nope. Isn't that so fucking cool? Not that. Nope. I would be I hate all this younger talent. The Young Bucks think they're better than us. They fucking suck. The FTR thinks that they're better than us. We taught them how to wrestle. Like almost not a god of pro wrestling, but everyone here is a piece of shit and they're stealing our shit. And then Christian could be and I fucked your mother. You know what I mean? Like, and then that's the aspect of it.
Yeah, he's the one who takes it just a little too far, and he's like, then Ed, or Cope keeps being like, well, I mean, I guess, fuck you, I guess. Yeah, like I can't stop him.
He doesn't even know your mom's name, and they just walk off. like that's. But I need Copeland because if he does the grit thing well, but he's done it for too long.
Yeah,
I would like for him to be a more not sinister because I don't want him to do the Brood either.
Nope.
But I want
kind of like how you said when they were doing the ENC show on the WWE Network, right? Like a little more of that, right? Where he's, like I said, like it's selfish, but also like still kind of tongue in cheek, like a little like, that's what you get, sucker.
Yeah.
You know?
And everyone here is obviously worse than us.
So like with your Christian situation, when he's like, and I fucked your mom or whatever, he doesn't even have to say that to the guy. I think he can confirm it by like, so they, concerto the guy or whatever. And then he'll be like his mom, and he'll be like, and he'll be like, was that the one who kept fucking texting you? And you know what I mean? Like, and he'll be like, he'll be like, stay out of my business, right? Like, it's just gonna be like, all right, fair enough, right? Yeah.
That wouldn't be a horrible idea to add to Christian's character if they're going to keep this tag team.
Where he's like, mom.
Well, yeah, he's just like, I know he pees the bed. Right, that's what I'm saying. He's like, I know he peed the bed until he was 13. How the fuck do you know that? Well, I talked to Cindy last night.
I know you cried for 4 weeks when your dog died, which everybody thinks that's sad, except you were 24 years old, right? Like
or you lost the dog. Yeah, or just pulling out those things.
Everybody knows that you ran it over.
You want to act like you were the victim, just like you want to act like you're the victim in this title match, but you're
just
not.
Like when you forgot to feed your goldfish before you went away on the camping trip that weekend in '94 or whatever. Like, no. Oh
my, just like the erection you got sophomore year in science class, I'm going to embarrass you on Sunday night.
Just when Samantha declined your prom invitation in front of everybody.
Yeah, that would be the best. All right, let's keep it going. So,
in fact, he could be like, in fact, your mom gave me your yearbook where people are making jokes about it right here on page 72.
That would be funny. All right, let's keep it going because again, we've got some weeks to talk about that match. But
how else? You chime in the chat with your ways that Christian Cage could allude to fucking other wrestlers' mothers.
There you go. Yeah.
Hot. All right.
So we get some in-ring action, and it's the first women's match of the night, and it's in the first hour. The Excel spreadsheet
shuffle
up. Yeah. And we get Hikaru Shida versus Mina Shirakawa.
Little action right there. The little spreadsheet shuffle, and just have like some Excel cells moving. Yeah. The graphic design intern. I can't stress that enough. Intern.
Yeah. It goes dun 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 dun, and then it's like you
just see the cells moving, shuffling around.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Okay, so we get Hikaru Shida, Mina Shirakawa. Statlander is on the apron or ringside. And they kind of alluded to like Statlander accidentally helping Shida, but I felt like she on purpose did what she was doing.
I think everything is great if we just never included Statlander in any of this. Whatever Shida's doing in this, like, she's gonna fuck something up, you know what I mean? She's sinister,
but
yet
she's still
to be fully, yet to be fully discovered. It's fine. Mina being like, fuck this crazy bitch, right? Like, I don't trust her. It's great. Statlander being in the like, you're dressing like the heel side, but you're acting like you're the, like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe we're getting a faction here. I don't know.
Well, I definitely don't want them to be a heel tag team because the women's tag champs are heels. And so it wouldn't make sense to just double up on the heels because then we just don't like any of you. So who gives a fuck if you win, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, she seems like an extra. She feels like an add-on to this story because the story is, to me, Shida isn't heel, but totally is heel, but she's not heel. And Mina knows she's a bitch. Yeah, she's a heel. Right. And so that's the story. So at the end of this match, when Statlander obviously pulls the kendo stick from Mina, and then Mina turns and then gets the finisher, and then loses the match, Statlander intended like to take that away. Now, did she intend the rest of it? No, but like it wasn't like you tripped her on accident. You purposely took the kendo stick
thing away. And why did you do that?
But again, just stay out of it. But she's in it. So yeah, that's what happens.
You got your manager's license? What the fuck's going on?
Pay the state commission. That's a real thing. You got to pay him $60. But yeah,
Hikaru paid him $20 for an announcer license. Had to get a license to make sure I could legally go in there and speak these people's names into the fucking microphone.
But not the person who sang the national anthem. She could go in there and sing it, and she doesn't have to pay anything. Isn't that funny? It's a racket. It's a total racket.
Like, what did they need to like make sure they monitor
money?
Money.
They need money. It's a racket. I worked for them.
$20 a year for maybe 24 people tops across the state.
Yeah, gotta get that money. Boop, boop. Every dollar matters. But yeah, Shida beats Mina, and I imagine we're going to keep this match or this feud going on.
Yeah.
Next up, we get a video package hyping up Takeshita and Okada's match at Double or Nothing for the International Championship. Still really interested. I would say, though, like to see him in front, right? Keep that going. I want to see them pushing each other. Like, I don't want to see video packages 2 weeks in a row.
But I'm also just like, are we going to do something finally about this? I know Fletcher's gone and he was part of the story, I think. But like,
yeah, that's true.
Fuck are we doing finally? Like, I feel like, great, this would have been cool, but like, I feel like you built up enough like resentment now that I'm going to I don't know, like I'm going to give it less credence than it should maybe. Because I'm just like, you should have done this half a year
months ago. Yeah. We'll see, though. But we get back into in-ring action, and this is, again, going back to how we were speaking of an HR on-screen presence or a commission.
Who could do HR? Like, that would be...
Oh, Mark Sterling.
Yeah.
Mark Sterling could easily be HR right there, yeah.
Well, yeah, if you're doing heel, there could be a heel HR, but then there could also be a face HR. You know, like the HR that like likes you, but like, listen, corporate.
That could be... I think she does a great job in her role, but I would make... now I can't remember her name. Who does the backstage commentary for Collision? It's DDP's daughter.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about? Lexi Nair.
Lexi Nair. I would make Lexi Nair the baby face. Mark Sterling's the heel HR. Lexi Nair's the baby face.
You know who else? You know who else could be like a really incompetent HR that's of no help is make that Alex Marvez guy.
Hey guys, you're just always jumbling papers around.
Listen, I need you to... Is this okay? Is this a policy? And be like, I'll have to get back to you on that one. But God damn it, Marvez.
yeah, that would be great. But speaking of that character...
I'll go right to Tony Khan's office. Be like, his office is that way, Marvez. Like, oh, sorry.
Yeah. But speaking of that character, could have used it tonight because for whatever fucking reason, we're still trotting out Will Ospreay in kayfabe, and he has to get the doc. He's been in 3 matches. In the last 3 matches, a doctor has had to stop and be like, "Is he okay?
Where's
Is
the
he
commission
okay?"
here? Where's the commission on this one?
And your doctor fucking sucks if it doesn't even take like that.
Yeah.
And not to say like Mark Davis and all these guys aren't like, in kayfabe, the strongest guys in the world, but like they're not hitting him with his finisher, and he's fucking and all that shit. So malpractice. Tony Khan, what the fuck are you doing to our guy?
How did he not have a seizure on the drive over here?
Yeah.
Man, so, and not to fast forward too much, but the Death Riders, they carry his ass out of there. Are we getting they're gonna try to like
so let's talk about that.
And
that's gonna be interesting. So Mark Davis ends up defeating Will Ospreay by Dr. Most dangerous Mark Davis. But he defeats Will Ospreay by doctor stoppage, I guess. And Ospreay's
his
done.
Ass.
Yeah, which is again the point of the wrestling match. So
you go win by ass beating.
Mm-hmm. And can we stop? I get it, like it's the old taping the ribs, but with this fucking tape everywhere, can we stop?
And I told you, I said this. I feel like I said this 4 weeks ago. I was like, we're hitting the whole, oh my God, guy's injured, get the doctors in here note a little too much, and we keep doing it.
Yeah, I've seen that doctor way too many times. Yeah, I've seen him way too much. Do not need to see him anymore.
I wonder if he had some dates that have to be like, he's like, listen, I'm guaranteed 14 TV slots by the end of the 3rd quarter, Tony.
Sarah, I need 4 lines. Yeah, I need 4 lines to get my SAG card,
4 lines, yeah.
Yeah. But Mark Davis defeats Will Ospreay, and then Mark Davis is like, well, that was fun. Let's kill him. And so then he picks him up. He's like, I'm going to kill him now. And then we see
he beats
Marina.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I thought maybe she was like defecting from the Death Riders, and it was like she has something. Yeah. And so like she was going to resurrect him. But then the rest of the Death Riders show up. Moxley's in the ring. Dangerous Mark Davis goes, well, obviously this would be stupid if I continue to do it. So I'm just going to leave. Credit to him. Right. And so does Don Callis too.
Yeah,
Don Callis
beef.
Don Callis just scurries around.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, like it's fucking Easter Sunday, we get Will Ospreay carried on the fucking cross out to the fucking backstage area where just only the Death Rider stayed.
New acolytes here. Is this going to be?
I mean, so here's the thing. Here's the question. Death Riders do have a reputation of we always work hard. So it's like crunches and push-ups and pull-ups and all of that.
Yeah, are we going to get like the bionic Will Ospreay?
Well, are we going to get like a Rocky 4 montage where it's like, or a Rocky 2, like him and Apollo Creed, and they're just going to be running on the beach and shit? Like, is that what
they hate each other, but they're going to make each other, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll end in a match against each other for the best man wins.
Is that what we're doing?
Maybe it is. Sarah, what do you think is happening?
So we got some options here. This is what I think is on the table. We're either going to rehab him, like we've described. Yep. Obviously not that corny, but we're going to rehab Will Ospreay.
Yep.
We're going to have Will Ospreay
in our image, says John Moxley.
Which that would be cool. We could also
shave his head.
Yeah. We could also do we did rebuild him. Will Ospreay's like, well, now that I'm on the inside, I'm going to take this fucking thing down. And then does kind of like a Randy Orton join the Wyatt family
Daniel
thing.
Bryan tried to do that with the Wyatt family. Yeah.
Yeah. Little of that, which to their credit, that Randy Orton joining the Wyatt family and Luke Harper just be like, he's not good.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, no, he's totally fine. And he's like, no, he's not.
Yeah.
And Orton's like, what do you mean?
I love Randy Orton didn't hide it at all the whole time. He's sitting there like, still smiling when everybody else is like angry, evil. And he's like, I'm here. I'm one of you guys.
Yeah.
Still doing the thing.
And I think third option is, or do they say, hey, we took you because you can't cut it anymore. It's time to old yeller you. And then Will Ospreay's like, you motherfuckers. And it's like a death match thing that we get, right? Like it's
here's the thing. It's
I'll fight you.
You're not worthy of wrestling on this roster until you prove that you can get through us in a four corners of death match where you're locked in a cage against 3 of us.
Yeah. Something to the effect though of, hey, we're doing this because you're making everyone worse, and so we got to let you go.
Break your neck match for the
right. We'll see. I don't know. It was interesting though. I will say that it was very interesting. And if you go to the AEW social media page, they posted the Death Riders are ... protecting Will Ospreay. So I do think we're going with option 1 there, where we're going to get the Rocky montage. We're going to get running on the beach and, I don't know, eating fish and chips and all the fucking bullshit. I don't know what the fucking...
Yeah, exactly. Cracking the eggs and drinking them there like the videos.
Yeah. Which, by the way...
protein, man. You know what I mean? It's a great combo.
Complete side note, but Netflix released the Hulk Hogan documentary.
Oh, they did?
I've seen some interesting quotes. 2 quotes in particular. And again, this is a side quest. We'll get back on track.
Pedophile?
No, one was Hulk Hogan saying, I was on so much fentanyl in TNA that I should have died in TNA.
That, I guess, tracks. Thinking back,
but that's interesting that he would, because again, he was always such a bullshitter, right? Like he was the king of like, I know what you see here, but that's not what you see. And for him to just be like, no, I was on fentanyl the entire time. Like, that's interesting. And then they put it in there again. I've only read the clip, but Bret Hart is like, he's a piece of shit who deserved to die. Fuck him. It's just like, God damn.
So here's what I'll say. Bret Hart is angry at everybody.
Yeah.
That can't mean that not everybody doesn't deserve it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because we've always joked about being those 2 old guys in the Muppets.
Yeah.
Like on a pro wrestling show.
Yeah. Any wrestling company wants us to act like the 2 old guys in the Muppets and just like comment from the box. We are available. AEWrap@gmail.com.
But I will say, I think the spot might be taken by Bret Hart by himself, because that motherfucker just spews just the worst shit all the time.
Remember how we used to have what can't Tom complain about? And we used to just throw stuff at you.
Oh, I can still go.
Do that with Bret Hart watching wrestling. If we could convince him to do like a YouTube channel. Just be like, Bret, what do you like about this? And he'd be like, I'll tell you what I don't like about it.
Well, no, because he'd be like, Bret, so this is considered the greatest match of all time. WrestleMania 25, Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker.
Shawn Michaels, greatest match of all time. What about me and Owen in the fucking...
Yeah, but he's like, Shawn probably fucked Vince that day at lunch. I'm just like, what the fuck, Bret?
That'd be the best fucking video series ever.
It would. It would be fun.
That could be our pay-to-play version on all Wrapup.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
Sarah says, so probably option 1 will lead to a rematch between Mox and Ospreay at Double or Nothing.
Yeah. I don't know, because that's pretty close. I think maybe we keep going, and maybe we do a tag match with Moxley and Ospreay versus somebody, like 2 guys from the Don Callis family, and then we get the... Well, now we got to
he's got to get his revenge on the Don Callis family, and I'll help you show you how to do that like a man.
Right. Yeah. Going back to Bret Hart,
with no shirt but olive pants.
Yeah. One thing that I want to go back to on the Bret Hart thing, it feels like he's morphing into late stage Iron Sheik. Yeah. Well, remember Iron Sheik would just be like, "Fuck the Ultimate Warrior." Like no one said his name. So if he could
get some writing help, if we could get our Winnie's Twitter guy is no longer Winnie's Twitter guy. I found out.
Oh,
so maybe he's available to become Bret Hart Twitter guy.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Well, we'll make a Blue Sky or something better. But
something right.
Holy shit.
That would be
now.
But isn't he kind of late stage? Yeah. But isn't he kind of late stage Iron Sheik? Doesn't he feel a little like that? You know? Not the cussing.
Everything's where everything's I mean, something could be the best ever and be like, this is ass. This is the monkey nuts.
Yeah. All right, let's get back on track.
By the way, I still try to squeeze in. Remember we used to ask, what's your favorite pro wrestling term? I think if asked today, I think it's drizzling shits. I think I try to squeeze that one in on people who I know can maybe handle it, but like, if they're not pro wrestling folks, that one hits people and stops them. You know what I mean? They're like, I'm sorry, the what?
Yeah. Well, and also everything is. So it's like, it's appropriate.
Yeah,
so,
like Trump is the drizzling shits.
Yeah,
People are like, I mean, I understand. That's the thing is like, people may ask you for clarification, but nobody really needs it when you say that's the drizzling shits. People get the reference. You know what I mean? It's like an immediate understanding of the horrors.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back on track. So then, after the Death Riders saving of Will Ospreay, we go back to Will Ospreay's wife.
They might have kidnapped him. We're assuming maybe they're taking him to save him. Maybe they're taking him to sell him to the international slave trade.
Good. I don't know. But we talked to his wife. We talked to Will Ospreay's wife.
PSA.
Yeah, good. And Alex Windsor said...
And she doesn't care that, like, her, she's just
her
doing an interview.
Missing. Hey, you know, I fucking don't like Tekla. And it's like, your husband might have been abducted. Yeah, but I want a tag match.
He was just absconded. Just removed him. Parts were unknown. We don't know where he is. But
it's fine. He'll be fine.
Anyway, you can get my face.
He'll catch an Uber. Yeah. So what we get from Alex Windsor here, though, is she still wants to fight Tekla in the Triangle of Madness.
Yep.
Windsor says, though, she can't find a partner because Jamie Hayter still isn't cleared. So then Persephone walks up looking like $1 million. Definitely winning the award for looking good, getting off the bus. Yep. She has all the muscles in the right spots. And she says in Spanish, I'm going to kill you or something. And then that's what we got on Collision this week. We get Alex Windsor and Persephone versus, I believe, just the duos of darkness or whatever the fuck they're called. What's the two girls called?
Sisters of Sin.
Duos of Darkness.
Duo of Darkness, yeah.
The Duo of Darkness, you know?
Yeah. Daughters of Darkness?
Daughters of Darkness, yeah. D-O-D, yeah. And then, Tim, the next thing didn't make any fucking sense because of who it is. And I was the most confused about this segment.
I was told in comments on our videos that we don't make sense.
Well, those people don't have a big brain. We do, though. You fucking goofs. But this next segment, what? So what we get here is Samoa Joe just beat the shit out of a local guy.
Just ragdolled him.
And again,
rightfully
look,
so.
I love Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe can always beat up every local guy for the rest of time, and I'll watch it every single time. But this guy lost the world title. We have this influx of his powerhouse house is now gone.
Yep.
Hook is maybe going to add Anthony Bowens.
Maybe.
And Joe's just like, but what if I just muscle busted this fucking guy over here? And then we didn't talk about anything else.
If I go find this up and coming trainee at fill in the blank wrestling school down the road
and just
absolutely embarrass him in front of his friends and fucking family.
Yeah. And then I'll
laugh about it.
And then, like, I guess we're just going to high five Hook.
Yeah.
And look at his watch. And then we're just gone.
Yeah.
What?
More to follow on that, I'm guessing. But, like, yeah. I feel like we didn't flush this out yet.
Well, I was fully expecting him to grab the microphone and be like, so what I got to say about the ops is we're still strong.
Or at least Hook to give him a Kansas City punt or something.
Nothing. Just, haha, that was fun. Broke a sweat. Next town. I don't know. Okay. What else? Then
no chips.
Nothing. Yeah, he just giggled pretty hard and had to censor his shirt because it had fuck on the back of it. Brother, just wear a different shirt. You know, the fucking out in the lobby, they have all the shirts.
Wear one of these.
Yeah, we're one of these. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, idiot. Anyhow, let's take that pin out of the Jericho story because we got some more details to it. We go backstage. Renee Paquette is talking to Jericho, and he reveals who his team members are going to be, and it's the Hurt. See, look at this. Oh, no, this is Sports Illustrated, so never mind. I thought I was on AEW because it says Jericho teams with the Hurt Business, and I was like, that's not right. It's the Hurt Syndicate, but Sports Illustrated, it's AI aggregate. They're fucking suck. So anyhow,
probably is.
Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah.
Well, there's no one that writes for SI anymore. They got sold to a fucking private equity and stripped of all of his parts. Fucking douchebags. Anyhow, so Hurt Syndicate, Jericho, oldest team in AEW. There you go. Now, let's get to the fun stuff. We go to commercial. We come back. Darby Allin makes his entrance as the World Heavyweight Champion. And then he cuts a promo and said, men's, excuse me. Yes, the men's World Heavyweight Champion. And he's talking about how it took everything to get to this championship. This is the best. The audience starts chanting, you deserve it. And MJF comes out saying, the fuck are you talking about? He don't deserve dick. And he's like, if you give me a match now. No.
Yeah, right now.
And Darby's like, no. And then so old man Ciampa comes out. We get this awkward stare down between MJF and Ciampa. Ciampa then just goes like, you're attractive, kisses him on the cheek, and then walks off. Fuck was that?
Sometimes you gotta kiss a star, you know?
I mean, I guess so. But like, you could tell that it wasn't planned because MJF was like, what the fuck has happened? What?
Yeah, it's probably crossover timing. They needed to stall a little, and Champ was like, "Oh, fucking kiss this guy."
Well, I think they wanted the crossover, right, but I don't think they had a plan. And Ciampa's like, it'd be funny. Kiss him,
I'm gonna rib him a little bit. I'm gonna kiss him on the cheek.
And MJF still had to keep the face of what the fuck is happening here, So Ciampa makes his way down to the ring, and as mentioned at the start of the show, probably the match of the year. Well, not pay-per-view, because MJF Hangman, Texas Deathmatch fucking ruled. But on TV...
there was something recent I remember that was really, that we all thought was a fucking highlight. But, yeah, I mean, this is up there, man. And Ciampa had been selling this all week, and then tonight on, this is my gift to pro wrestling, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I was a little worried because I'm like, man, I don't think you can deliver too much here, right? I don't think you're winning this match. And, it's, you know what I mean? I don't know. But now I'll say they gave a great match and could be potentially match of the year so far, right? If I had to sit down and rank them, but Well,
what I was thinking is he was saying all this stuff. This is my love letter to pro wrestling, da 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 da. And I thought Darby Allin was also going to squash him, the same way he did to MJF. And it was going to be like, funny. What the fuck? Yeah.
What if this whole run was just Darby Allin just beats people,
just squashing people. Yeah. You guys all thought I was a piece of shit. I had this waiting the entire fucking time.
25 wins.
Yeah, he's got 20 wins in 19 minutes. You know what I mean? It's all just
Bobby Lashley, fucking
every single one of them. Brody King, Bobby Lashley, Samoa Joe. It's just every fucking guy that we got. You know what I mean? Hangman comes back. Hangman comes back. He's like, no, I'll give you the shot. And he's like, okay, boom, and he's
4
done
pillars
too.
match again, and he still beats them all in 2 minutes.
Stacks up the other 3. Boom, got him again.
Darby Allin.
Yeah. Sting's like, I trained him.
Sting's in the rafters going I couldn't have guessed this.
That's what we should do one time, is break the mystique of Sting up in the rafters and just have him up in the rafters, but him just enjoying himself.
Yeah, he's eating popcorn. This is amazing. A little foam finger.
He's got the Orange Cassidy thumb. Exactly. That would be just once.
Eating a Snickers.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great. And he doesn't have his paint on. It's just him. What
you do is, here's what you got to do. You cut to him in the rafters, right? He's sitting there, but you have it when you cut to somebody in the steps, somebody walks by and he has to stand up and let them walk by, and then he sits back down, and then he looks back menacingly back up. like a maintenance guy has to get by. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, sorry, excuse me.
He's got the mop. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
excuse
sir.
me, I gotta fix the light. It went out earlier, probably because of you being up here, you dumbass.
No, yeah, totally understand. Oh yeah, yep.
Would you mind signing this for my kid?
Yeah, yeah, great. But anyhow, back to this match. We get all the knockdown drag out. We get Tommaso Ciampa bleeding from the head. We get Darby Allin throwing himself into everything as hard as he can. Yeah,
hip,
fucking
broke
course,
his own hip.
All the stuff, right? Darby Allin though gets the sharpshooter. Talking about Sting, gets the sharpshooter on Tommaso Ciampa, makes Ciampa tap out, and then I don't know what we're doing next with Ciampa, because what happens afterwards is Ciampa then shakes his hand, gives him the belt, sits on the apron, does the clap thing, walks off. Brody King then walks right in, not missing a beat, and he's like, we've talked about this before, and I got the permission from Tony Khan, so I need permission from you. But next week, even though I just beat up fucking Lilo and Stitch earlier, I'm going to beat you up next week for the title, huh? And he's like, yeah, all right, shake hands.
So, I don't want to think too Russo-esque here, but
no,
does this turn into Brody turning? You said the Ice Guy can't be a heel.
Yeah, he can't do that. And we're not going to do the title change. I think it's just going to be enough. Here's the thing. They made a blood and guts action figure set of Brody King and Darby Allin. I think that's what we're getting. I think we're going to get the razor blades in all the fucking tape spots and cut your head 36 times. You know, I'm making up all this stuff, but like we're going to go
comes out on top.
Yeah, and that's then where we get, because he beats MJF by shock. He beats Ciampa essentially just by wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, and then
but also even in that, Ciampa signed his own defeat to himself by getting himself injured with the he injured his hip off the move, and then that's what led to the fucking you know what I mean, the degradation, and couldn't get out of the sharpshooter and shit.
Yeah,
so
but I think
we even had to kind of say Darby still had to take advantage of a mistake of this other wrestler, right? Yeah.
Sometimes in sports you win by not making mistakes. You don't win it by doing the thing. You just win by not making the mistake.
Maybe I sent this video you sent it to me where there was that one NBA guy who he just figured out to go sneak around on the inbounds and steal people not paying attention when they're taking the inbounds pass. He had 24
Jose
Alvarado.
Jose Alvarado. Yeah. My wife fucking loves watching him play.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I'm like, he plays like a fifth grader playing against middle schoolers. No. And she's like, I just like him. He tries hard. I'm like, fuck off. But then she hates. We have a running. No, I won't say that. I'll say it off air. But we have a running list of people she hates, and there's a theme, and I'll tell it to you afterwards. No. Pro basketball players.
Because it's a running list. I've been on it before, probably. But
well, you're not a pro.
Yeah, okay. So it's just strictly pro basketball. It's not people she hates in general.
No. It's pro basketball players.
Different list.
Yeah, you're on two others, but not this one. Yeah.
Two other lists.
Two other ones. This one you're not on. And so Brody King next week.
2 lists.
Yeah. She has 13. You made 2 of them. You're the only one on 2. Nice. Yeah. At least that I know. Maybe I'm on all 13.
Right, yeah, she got some other lists that maybe you're on that you should know. Yeah, you don't know that. Yeah.
So next week Dynamite, we're doing MJF versus the Jet Kevin Knight for the TNT Championship. And we are doing Brody King versus Darby Allin for the men's World Heavyweight Championship.
This isn't a named Dynamite, right? This isn't
not that I'm aware of, no.
Or nothing? Right.
The only reason I could think that they're doing this is right now it's the NHL and NBA playoffs, and they're ramping up as, teams are getting eliminated. We're getting closer to the championship. So it's a fight for eyeballs. But my question to you, 2 title matches, do we keep the same 2 champions?
I feel like we could get the most likely new champion would be MJF.
Mm-hmm.
But my gut tells me that's not happening just on outside of, on-screen kayfabe reasons. So I'm thinking we keep both champions.
Okay. I have no basis of this. Like, I don't read any of the stuff. You know what I mean? Any of that stuff. I can just see it in my head. Champion versus champion. MJF, Darby.
And MJF being, I'm the face of TNT, I'm the champion. He's all on the whatever TNT shows.
And if he wins both championships in New York, now he's the king of New York.
The face of AEW, on the face of TNT, on the face of Netflix.
All
Netflix,
this.
but like everything, yeah.
That's the only thing I could think that could potentially be. Because if you just run it back, MJF versus Darby Allin for the Men's World Championship, but now Darby's the champion, you got to have something else to it, right? You got to have a. And I think what would be interesting here, if we don't do champion versus champion, I think the key thing to make this more interesting than just will they switch the championship again is now in kayfabe, Darby has the advantage over MJF, where MJF was like, hey, Hangman, I'm making you put something on the line if you want to fight me, right? Now he's at a disadvantage. Darby has the upper hand. What will that be, right? I will say, though, it's going to rule next week. The Men's World Championship match, Darby versus Brody King.
It's going to be great.
But, man, you can't just have Brody King beat up on the Lilo and Stitches of the world, and we are expecting to just love him. Because, again, we'll love him, but, like, you got to keep him interesting. And you can't just have him lose these championship matches every 3 weeks and expect for us to be like, still, it's Brody. You know what I mean? Like,
he's got to win something.
Something. You got to win something. It'd be crazy if he did win the championship, wouldn't it?
It would be pretty crazy. I wouldn't hate it.
Just to play devil's advocate there. Because also, MJF's beef isn't necessarily with Darby Allin. It's just that he's not the champion.
Right.
He's just mad that he's not the champion.
So what if, suddenly Brody King's the champion? Now MJF's like, fuck. And then he's like, what, man? You want the first shot? And they're like, you're maybe not the first shot. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me throw a huge wrench into all this because my brain is going everywhere here. What if we don't do Darby versus MJF at the pay-per-view because now there's no championship on MJF's shoulder? Hangman comes back and is like, hey, motherfucker, now I just want to kill you. I don't want a title now. Now I just want to kill you. And then we do something because Hangman's going to come back eventually.
Hangman?
Yeah.
Hangry Man?
Angry?
I mean, sure, we can make it work.
Because what does he do? Isn't he interesting? Because, well, I mean, he's in no man's land.
I mean, I don't know that he does anything right now. I feel like he's still on the wait and see.
Yeah, but he's the main character of AEW. Like, he has to do something. They wouldn't have done it with a Vince McMahon approach of, well, we'll figure it out when we get there, And so, what is it?
I mean, maybe they did.
No, fuck off. Just because we've been conditioned by that fucking sexual predator.
Signed a contract with WWE, and he's going to do that as remaining dates.
I would quit everything if that happened. I would. I'd quit everything. You wouldn't see me again.
Showed up at Saudi Arabia.
Oh, yeah, especially. If he was like, if Punk needed a mystery partner and it was Punk and Hangman, I'd fucking puke out of my dick. I would fucking disintegrate.
He's wearing a shirt that says Cry Me a River.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Everything that
you'd be like, I'm never doing the show again.
I wouldn't do life again. I'd just be fucking done. I'd just be like, yep, that's how it ends.
Would you be like, remember when you told me you ripped all the Hogan posters off your wall and broke the action figures? You'd be down here breaking all the Hangman action. That would be like the Hogan heel turn for you.
Except for at least the Hogan heel turn was like kayfabe. That would hurt my heart as like humans. Like humans, it would hurt my heart. You know what I mean?
You got some posters on the wall. Wouldn't you rip them down here still too of Hangman?
Yeah,
You got
he's right there.
Yeah,
yeah, look at this. Yeah, right there. There he is.
Oh yeah, top center.
Yeah, he would hurt. Oh, I don't even want to live in a life that's that.
They couldn't call him Hangman over there either, right? So he'd be
they just call him the Last Cowboy or some bullshit.
No, it would just be some random name too. It'd be like Mark Xavier, right? It would just be some just generic name.
Oh.
He'd have chats for some reason.
Cody would welcome him. Hey, pal. Oh.
Hey, man. Good to see you out of the forest or whatever.
Yeah. And what is another person kind of around that title picture? Kenny Omega, remember? He's down and out. He's supposed to be our hero still. What does he do? You're not just, I would think you're not just going to have him miss out on a pay-per-view, right? Like, they're not just going to be like, well, sit this one out, pal. So
maybe he needs to. Maybe he fucking put him through the ringer. Needs a month off.
You know what would be cool? I know, because we're wrapping up here. That was Dynamite, but so now we're just kind of freestyling here. I think everyone agrees, rightfully so, that the greatest rivalry in AEW was Hangman Swerve, right? The 3 matches, the storytelling, all of that. I think, though, the most impactful and what you really could say is the greatest rivalry is Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley. And I think it would be interesting now that Jon Moxley kidnapped Will Ospreay, and after what Will Ospreay said to Kenny Omega, if Kenny Omega does this whole, like, I've got to get my friend out from being brainwashed by the Death Riders, and it's the Magneto and Professor X of Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega shit going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
That'd be fun.
That could be fun.
It'd be more interesting than just Kenny Omega's kind of flabby and sad, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got bad intestines.
Yeah.
I got bad intestines. Oh, my tummy hurts. You know.
Could die.
Oh.
That's mean. Well, Tom, before we part out, let's, do one of our favorite things and take a little trip. Back in time. We're not going to go too far back. We're going to go back 2 years on this one. So it's April 24th, 2024. Dynamite was live from Daly's Place in Jacksonville. Jack Perry had just returned to AEW following a suspension. Called Tony Khan to the ring, publicly cleared the air. They shook hands, but Perry shockingly followed it up by jamming Tony directly in the stomach with the microphone. And Tony Khan did the sell job of the year here, right? Crumbled to the mat like he just taken a fucking sniper hit to the gut.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute life-threatening peril, from this microphone. The Young Bucks run down. They're there to help, supposedly, but instead, they spike him with a TK driver, right? Complete chaos ensues. Medical personnel in the roster rush the ring. This might be a softball, but during the aftermath, a very specific VIP marched down the entrance ramp, absolutely furious to check on Tony Khan in the ring. Who was this surprise guest making their first AEW TV appearance?
And only up until this point. Shad Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was this?
Well, the best moment, because the draft is tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. The NFL draft is tomorrow night. The best moment in the NFL draft is Tony Khan still selling the injury with with a neck brace and just the grin of like a fuck everyone, I want to have fun. Like
Like, this is great. Everybody loves this. Yeah, and he's drinking coffee with the neck.
And also, if you remember, he did an interview on the NFL Network, and he said that WWE was the Harvey Weinstein of pro wrestling.
Right, yeah. That's right. I remember that, yeah. 2 years ago. Felt like a lifetime ago, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But the sell job, the gut check. Oh, that's why I was like, every bump he ever takes needs to be that. Anytime somebody hits Tony Khan, it has to be microphone to the gut.
He should just wear the neck brace tomorrow, just for fucking fun.
Every year.
My neck again.
We should work into storylines somehow every year for the draft.
Or just
some's
then
by
he gets
accident,
hurt.
some's by wrestler intervention. Yeah.
then he's in an arm sling, and then then
he's
like
one day he's just like getting up, he's like, "Thanks everybody," from the chair, and
yeah, and then he's at the draft.
Yeah, in a wheelchair and shit. Yeah. Watch AEW, you'll never miss the exciting action.
Yeah. Well, because everyone was talking about it too. Rich Eisen was talking about it. Mina Kimes, like they're like,
yeah.
So he owns a wrestling company, and they're like, it fucking rules. Like that was
he got his
some
ass
of the best
beat.
press.
Look,
yeah, some of the best press. I love that.
It was great.
God bless him. Yeah,
it was great. Love it. Love that little trip.
Back in time.
Yeah, we saw what happened. April 24th, 2024. That was fun. So, Tom, I invite everybody to hit us up, aewrapup@gmail.com. Also, check out our website, allelitewrapup.com. All the links you need there for the podcast, the Spotify, the YouTube, and some donate links up there. Plural, multiple ways to donate if you're feeling philanthropic.
$1. Just $1.
And if you're not feeling philanthropic, well then...
I will see you next week, dumbass.